Up next, we have LUMI by LegTrek. If the team could please turn on your videos and stay muted. Ryan, if you could please start the timer, I'll go ahead and share my screen.
Our company, LegTrek, designs assistive robotic devices that empower our users with independence. We founded our company after working with LUMI, a 7th grade Santa Barbara local with cerebral palsy. Because of her diagnosis, she does not have the strength to walk for long periods of time, so she mainly uses a powered wheelchair to get around. To exercise her legs, she uses a gait trainer to support her weight while she walks. Now, unfortunately, this means that she needs to be transferred between 2 devices, which limits when she can walk. LUMI envisions a future where her condition does not inhibit her, and this inspired us to build our pilot design, the LUMI, a mobility device that seeks to replace the power chair and gait trainer for those that need both. By combining a motorized gait trainer and a power chair, our device eliminates the transfer process between 2 devices and gives LUMI the power to walk independently when she wants for longer than she's ever been able to before. The LUMI has 2 modes of operation, sitting mode and standing mode. While in sitting mode, the LUMI is just like any other power chair. When you want to walk, the device converts into a motorized gait trainer through a sit-to-stand mechanism without the need for you to get out. In standing or walking mode, the device has 3 intuitive ways in which it can be controlled. The first is through cruise control. You simply set a speed in the user interface to move the device at the set speed. Now, this mode can be especially practical in a clinical setting if you're exercising pacekeeping. The second way to control the device is through the use of a joystick. By controlling the joystick as you would in a power chair, you're able to move the device with a greater degree of control. Now, this will help you navigate and maneuver the device in tight spaces while you're in walking mode. The last and most novel mode is through our Smartwalk System. The Smartwalk System detects your stride and moves the device with you at your pace, making the device feel weightless. If you need more support, you can simply adjust the height of the device through the vertical lift columns to offload more of your weight to the device. And when you're tired, the device converts back into a power chair. This novel design won us an award in engineering excellence at the University of California, Santa Barbara. And in the following year, we competed and won 2nd place at the university's new venture competition. We showcased the LUMI at the Abilities Expo in LA to leaders in the mobility space in over 20,000 attendees. There, we learned that the demand for the device isn't limited to those with cerebral palsy, but also extends to a wide range of other injuries, whether they be neurological or trauma-induced. We learned that there are more than 4 million people globally that endure the same obstacles as LUMI. The impact that we had on LUMI's life and the engagement that we experienced at the Abilities Expo is what drives us to continue developing this technology. And it is why it's our mission to build a future where we all can walk empowered.
Team, if you could introduce yourselves to our judges, please.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kevin Wintrand. I'm a co-founder and CEO of LegTrek, and I received my master's degree from the University of California, Santa Barbara, in electrical engineering, specifically with a focus in control systems and robotics.
Hi, everybody. My name is Alice Wen. I'm also a undergraduate or recent undergraduate at the University of California, Santa Barbara with a degree in biology. I am currently attending Keck Graduate Institute to pursue a Master of Business and Science, particularly with an emphasis in business development and operations.
Hi, everyone. My name is Saloni Methi. I am also a co-founder at LegTrek. I'm a recent graduate from UC Santa Barbara in Sociology and Technology Management. I have experience working in biotech and medical device companies, and I'm the finance and marketing girl of the company. We would love to hear any questions y'all may have.
Yeah, really cool stuff here. You know, and coming from a design company, a human-centered design company, yeah, I mean, this is the kind of stuff that we love. I've got one design question and one business question for you guys. So, just looking at the device that you have right now, is it ADA compliant with the ramps and everything? It looks a little bit wider than maybe the normal wheelchair.
Yeah, it certainly does look a little bit wider. The dimensions of the device is actually comparable to the dimensions of LUMI's existing power chair. So it is ADA compliant with the ramps and with the ability to go through ADA compliant door widths.
Great. And just from the business side, so you've got the design built. What are the next steps for you guys? So looking forward a year, 2 years, where are you guys going?
Yeah, looking forward in 2 years, we're probably currently, let's talk right now, we are initiating an IRB usability trial. We want to get this into the hands of the users as soon as possible and kind of do a little study on what are some different ways that they can use our device. And so moving on from the next 2 years, we hope to get FDA approval, or we hope to get insurances to be out in the market.
So just to add on, we hope to place our device in clinics, specifically in like SoCal area, to get to do the clinical studies, so we can get the clinics and people to actually use our device and just to see how it is in the industry.
Question following on sort of with the business question and a little bit of the technology. So particularly the Smartwalk feature, I know that in the video you mentioned when you went to the trade show, one of the things that struck you was the use case was far broader than maybe just MS. Is there a technological modification that would have to go into this in order to meet those other kinds of disabilities?
Yes, so I think the short answer is yes, and the primary problems that I think we foresee would be how comfortable it would feel to different conditions. But I think the more pressing one, though, is spasticity. And so we would need to make changes to our technology to be able to determine when the user is spastic and it's not the intended input into the system. So those are the two primary ones that come to mind. And with regards to the Smartwalk, yeah, we definitely will be improving the Smartwalk system to be able to make it more intuitive and personalized to the individual so that it is more ergonomic when they're using the Smartwalk feature.
What's your, first off, thanks for what you're doing. I think you've developed a great product so far, and kudos on that. What's your lead indication that you're going for? How do you get reimbursement? Are there any comparables? What are those metrics? Someone mentioned in the chat, are you measuring, is there a study that measures gait training? I'll just kind of take that and add a follow-up. Just, take that and what are your lead indications? And is gait training one of those parameters to get approval or reimbursement? Or if not, what are the parameters? And do you have data on those?
Yeah, definitely. I can take that one. So we have, for our usability study, the first thing we want to kind of study is the safety. Is the people, or are the patients comfortable? Are they doing anything that might put additional risk? We will have to monitor and mitigate those additional unforeseen risks that we may see at the usability trial. One of the things that the PI definitely want to see is testing the hypothesis that LegTrek or LUMI is able to help them walk for longer periods of time. That was definitely one of the struggles that a lot of patients that we talk to have, and as well standing for a longer period of time than what they can stand before. Additional indications or parameters that we may measure is the range of motion within their gait. Can walking longer periods of time help them reach their individual healthcare milestone faster and reach a further range of motion in their gaits?
And are there similar devices that have been reimbursed at a certain price that this is comparable to?
There are power chairs that have been reimbursed, gait trainers that have been reimbursed by insurances, because our technology is a novel technology that combines both a gait trainer and a power chair. It has actually never existed in the market before. So we would definitely have to go through a lot of the HIPAA codes and kind of see which one will be used to help with reimbursement.
That makes sense. And do you have an idea of how much those are reimbursed right now? It's okay if you don't.
Definitely a range. We know the wholesale price of it being sold. For example, power chairs, sophisticated power chairs, not just like electric wheelchair, but sophisticated power chair that can do what LegTrek can do. They sell for about 20 to 40K, and gait trainers themselves sells about 5 to 7K. And definitely Kevin and Saloni can add on to that if you guys have anything to add on to.
I think you nailed it.
And I guess is this cheap? It sounds like it's absolutely better because it's combining both. Is it also cheaper? What's the cost? And also battery power? How long is this used for? Is it mostly used for rehabilitation, or is it meant to be used full out for the rest of the life kind of thing?
Yeah, I can start with it and then have Kevin add on. But as you said, so our device is more of a sophisticated power chair and gait trainer combined together. So we're estimated to be about $20,000 to $30,000. It does sound like a lot, but with what Alice just mentioned, how other players in the industry, it's going to be very competitive in that sense. And it is for rehabilitation. We want people to walk for longer periods of time, sit whenever they walk whenever they need to. So it is mainly for rehabilitation, and we're going to be starting off with clinics and then also having it be in inpatient homes.
Yeah, exactly. So currently the strategy is to, like you mentioned, Saloni, start off in clinics, but we do foresee the end game for this device is to put it into patient homes and have it be a personal home device. And for that reason, we've designed it so that the device can last throughout the entire day. So since we started with LUMI, I guess the first design requirement was that it can at least last through school. And that's kind of what drove us to design it to last at least 8 hours. And we've met that target, but there's no reason why we can't push that further and design a device that can last even longer.
So I'd like to ask some questions from the audience here. One of our questions is this size adjustable for a wide age range, say from children to adults?
Yeah, so the current device that you saw presented is adjustable in height. In our next iteration, width adjustment is one of our primary design objectives. And so short answer is it will be in both height and range, height and width.
Great, makes sense. The second question we have here is, what does it cost to build a unit now? And what do you imagine the number of units you would need to test with patients to be able to verify the use case assumptions that you had mentioned previously?
Yeah, I can take that one. The cost of good manufactured right now is roughly 10K. And so how many we need would be roughly 2 to 3. We already have a partner in Santa Barbara local area in which we will be conducting our usability study. So we would need about 2 or 3 of that. And yeah, I hope that answered your questions.
Definitely. Thank you, LegTrek, for a great presentation and great answers.